gynecologist lived in the next town over, and she was a woman who was about 20 years older than my mother, so my mother was very comfortable with her. But then the gynecologist went out in the world, the country. Now, we lived in a rural area, but she moved way out, about 45 minutes into the mountains, because she wanted to build a cabin and have a better surrounding. And my mom decided she still wanted to go to her because she liked her so much. So my mom would make the 45-minute drive over there, and, you know, all was fine. So my mom went to one of her visits, her annual checkup, and she drove over there. And when she got to the doctor's office, she found out for the first time her doctor was on vacation, actually. She didn't know that. And in her place, covering for her, was this young, very good-looking male gynecologist. Just looked like he was right out of medical school. Now, my mom took one look at him and said, this is not going to happen. And then she started to think about rescheduling when she thought, that's crazy. He's a professional. I'm an adult. I don't want to drive all the way home and have to reschedule, come back over here. She said, I can go through this point in time. So she goes in the exam room. She's in the stirrups. She's got the sheet over her. The doctor wheels in, lifts the sheet, and goes, well, what is this? And of course, my mom's thinking, you don't know what that is. Well, the backstory was that earlier in the day, my mother had been in a public restroom that had run out of toilet paper. But she had tissues in her purse, so that was not a big deal. So she used the tissues in her purse. Unbeknownst to her, attached to one of the tissues was a postage stamp. Which was now inconveniently attached to her. I want to work in a healthcare system, and I want to get service in a healthcare system where a doctor in that situation looks up at my mother and says, now that's first class. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful for your time.